Good evening, welcome to the 7 o'clock English news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. An official reception ceremony is held for His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq at the Royal Palace in Brussels on the occasion of His Majesty's state visit to the Kingdom of Belgium. His Majesty the Sultan and His Majesty the King of the Belgians hold an official session of talks on areas of investment and economic cooperation and ways to develop mutual interest between the two friendly countries. And the foundation stone of Al Falah Hospital is laid in South Al Sharqiya Governorate. Those are the headlines, and now the news in detail. An official reception ceremony was held this morning for His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq at the Royal Palace in Brussels on the occasion of His Majesty's state visit to the Kingdom of Belgium. As the motorcade carrying His Majesty headed to the Royal Palace Square and in arriving, it was surrounded by a group of cavalry and several knights from the Royal Belgian Cavalry lined up on both sides of the path. Upon His Majesty's arrival at the Royal Palace, His Majesty King Philippe Leopold Louis Marie of the Belgians and his spouse, Her Majesty Queen Mathilde Marie Christine Gislaine of the Belgians, were at the forefront of those who received and welcomed His Majesty the Sultan, wishing His Majesty and his accompanying delegation a pleasant stay. After that, His Majesty the Sultan inspected the guard of honor with His Majesty the King. Then His Majesty the King of the Belgians accompanied His Majesty the Sultan to the podium of honor where the Omani Royal Anthem and the Belgian Royal Anthem were played. Then His Majesty the King and His Majesty the Sultan headed to the palace, and a commemorative photo was taken to the reception area of the Royal Palace. Afterwards, the two leaders headed to the main hall where His Majesty shook hands with the Belgian side, and then His Majesty the King and Her Majesty the Queen shook hands with the official Omani delegation. Then His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq and His Majesty King Philippe Leopold Louis Marie held a bilateral meeting in which they expressed their joint intent to promote relations of cooperation and partnership in a manner that boosts the economy of both countries and open new horizons for investment and exchange of interests. After that, His Majesty kindly recorded the statement and signed in the VIP Visitors Register. His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq and His Majesty King Philippe Leopold Louis-Marie of Belgium exchanged orders and souvenirs at the Royal Palace in the capital Brussels on the occasion of the state visit by His Majesty the Sultan to the Kingdom of Belgium. His Majesty the Sultan bestowed the Al Said Order on His Majesty the King and bestowed the First Order of Oman on Her Majesty Queen Mathilde Marie Christine Ghislaine of the Belgians in appreciation of His Majesty the King of the Belgians and his spouse, and in recognition of the deep relations of friendship, cooperation and partnership between the two countries and the peoples of Oman and Belgium. His Majesty the Sultan also bestowed royal orders on a number of officials from the Belgian side. His Majesty the King of Belgium awarded His Majesty the Sultan Leopold Order, the highest Belgian order, in appreciation from His Majesty the King to His Majesty the Sultan as an expression of strength of bilateral relations between the two countries. His Majesty the King also awarded royal orders to the official delegation accompanying His Majesty. The two leaders also exchanged souvenirs. The exchange of orders was attended by the official delegations from the Omani and Belgian sides and a number of senior officials in the Kingdom of Belgium. His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq and Alexander de Croo, the Prime Minister of Belgium, held an official session of talks at the headquarters of the Belgian Council of Ministers, Lempermonet. During the session, areas of investment and economic cooperation and ways to develop mutual interest between the two friendly countries and investment opportunities available in various sectors were discussed, in addition to exchanging views on the rapid changes in the world. The session was attended from the Omani side by His Highness Sheikh Shihab bin Tariq Al Said, Deputy Prime Minister for the Defense Affairs, His Excellency Sayyid Khalid bin Hilal Al Busaidi, Minister of Diwan the Royal Court, His Excellency General Sultan bin Mohammed Na'mani, Minister of the Royal Office, His Excellency Sayyid Badr bin Hamid Al Busaidi, Foreign Minister, His Excellency Dr. Hamad bin Said Al Aufi, Head of the Private Office, His Excellency Abdul Salam bin Mohammed Al Murshidi, Chairman of the Oman Investment Authority, His Excellency Engineer Salim bin Nasser Al Aufi, Minister of Energy and Minerals, and Her Excellency Ruwa bin Isa Al Zijaliya, Ambassador of the Sultan of Oman to the Kingdom of Belgium. From the Belgian side, it was attended by Her Excellency Tine van den Straeten, Minister of Energy, His Excellency Ambassador Pascal de Gecoeur, Ambassador of the Kingdom of Belgium to the Sultan of Oman, Theodore Gansis, Secretary of the Board of Directors of the Federal Public Service Department in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Tom Nugent, Director of the Prime Minister's Office, Francis Cornet Dulles, Director of the Middle East and North Africa Department at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and Yeat Morley, Special Envoy for the Natural Resources and Energy. His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq and the accompanying official delegation visited Brussels City Hall in the Kingdom of Belgium this evening, accompanied by His Majesty King Philippe Leopold Louis-Marie, King of the Belgians. Upon the arrival of His Majesty the Sultan, was received by the Mayor of Brussels. His Majesty was briefed on this ancient historical building, which is characterized by its unique architectural design. The building is the only one remaining from the Middle Ages. His Majesty the Sultan and His Majesty the King exchanged gifts and took memorial photos. A number of members of the Embassy of the Sultan of Oman in Brussels, Gulf and Arab missions, and a number of attendees from the Kingdom of Belgium and various nationalities participated in welcoming His Majesty the Sultan, carrying the flags of the Sultan of Oman and the Kingdom of Belgium. His Majesty the Sultan and His Majesty the King greeted them from the balcony overlooking the outer square of Brussels City Hall. After the end of His Majesty the Sultan's tour, he wrote a statement in the guest book expressing his pleasure with what he saw in this historic building, which is an ancient architectural masterpiece and which embodies the antiquity of the friendly Kingdom of Belgium. Within the framework of the state visit of His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq to the Kingdom of Belgium, the Sultan of Oman and the Kingdom of Belgium signed a joint declaration of intention. The declaration aims to facilitate access entry of the holders of diplomatic, special and official passports without visa for specific periods, in addition to enhancing cooperation in the field of immigration management as per international laws. The declaration was signed on behalf of the Omani government by His Excellency Sayyid Badr bin Hamad Al Busaidi, Foreign Minister, while it was signed on behalf of the Belgian government by His Excellency Bernard Quinton, Minister of Foreign and European Affairs, International Trade and European Cultural Institutions. The diplomatic relations between the Sultan of Oman and the Kingdom of Belgium have grown over the past decade since its initial start in 1978. The two friendly countries have strengthened commercial and industrial cooperation in various fields, including port management and green energy solutions. The leaders and officials of the two countries have exchanged visits over the past years to release national critical projects, including Duqm Port Project, which is a joint project between the government of the Sultan of Oman and the management of the Belgian port of Antwerp, and the High Port Duqm project, another joint venture between OQ Group and the Belgian Demi Group, which seeks to produce and export green hydrogen to Belgium and its neighboring countries in Europe. The 18th Gulf Petrochemicals and Chemicals Association 2024 Forum was launched in Muscat with over 2,600 participants from 43 countries focusing on innovation and sustainability in the petrochemical sector. More details in the following report.
The 18th Annual GPCA 2024 Forum opened in Muscat last night at the Oman Convention and Exhibition Center with over 2,600 participants from 43 countries. Hosted by OQ, Oman's Global Energy Group, the event was inaugurated by His Excellency Dr. Ali bin Masoud Al-Sunaidi, Chairman of OPAS.
Decisions towards how do we grow production with being responsible? How do we do more plastics for less energy, for less molecules from oil and from gas? And so this is becoming an important burden on all of us, is to be able to live up to the market that wants more, but also be able to be reasonable in what we do, make sure that our products are biodegradable, and make sure that our industrial zones all around the Gulf, and in Oman in particular, have the right incentives, but also have the right rules and regulations towards very sensible production of chemicals.
The forum brings together energy leaders, corporate executives and industry experts to discuss advancements in the petrochemicals and chemical sectors with a focus on growth efficiency and sustainability. Key discussions at the forum include the transition to clean energy, digitalization and reducing carbon emissions. OQ's participation highlights its commitment to net zero carbon emissions by 2050 and its ongoing digital transformation. The exhibition showcases innovations from over 110 companies, while the Solution Exchange Program provides unique opportunities for industry leaders to collaborate on energy management, the circular economy, and digital transformation. The forum emphasizes the region's commitment to innovation and sustainability, positioning Oman as a leader in the energy sector. It's worth mentioning that during the opening ceremony, His Excellency Dr. Mohammed bin Hamad Al-Rumhi, former Minister of Energy and Minerals, was handed with a GPCA award for his extensive contribution in the field. The 18th GPCA Forum underscores Oman's role in driving innovation and sustainability in the petrochemical sector, fostering global collaboration. Abdullah bin Ahmed Al-Rubi'i, Sultanate of Oman Television, Muscat.
The foundation stone of Al Falah Hospital was laid in South Al Sharqiyya Governorate. A hospital will be built on an area of more than 340,000 square meters at the cost of nearly 52 million Omani riyals. The hospital's capacity is 170 beds. The ceremony was held under the auspices by His Excellency Dr. Saud bin Hamoud Al-Habsi, Minister of Agriculture, Fisheries and Water Resources. "21 artworks and sculptures of delinquent juvenile was displayed on the art exhibition under the Juvenile Story. The exhibition, which was organized by the Ministry of Social Development, included an awareness corner as well as art workshops that reflect the feelings and artistic expression of the juvenile. The exhibition was an essential opportunity for juvenile in terms of strengthening their personalities, enabling them to be able to express the ideas and reflections without fear or hesitation. The opening of the exhibition was presided over by His Excellency Dr. Saud bin Hilal Al-Busaidi, Governor of Muscat. The University of Technology and Applied Sciences celebrated yesterday the graduation of a new cohort of students from its Sur and Ibra branches, with 621 graduates honored to a grand ceremony held at the Ibra Sports Complex. More details in the following reports.
Under a starry sky, the Ibra Sports Complex bore witness to a night of triumph, where the University of Technology and Applied Sciences celebrated its 2024-2025 graduating class, with 621 graduates from its Ibra and Sur branches. The event embodied the culmination of perseverance, dreams, and the unwavering belief that every challenge brings its ease.
It really was challenging, and I learned a lot of things and gained a lot of experience. It feels really great to be here, and I hope that I will do my best in our next stage life.
Today, as I celebrate graduation from University Technology Applied Science in Ibra, I am so happy and thankful for everyone who was part in this amazing journey.
From Ibra's proud halls came 438 graduates, and from Sur's inspiring campus, 183 achievers, all shining with accomplishments in engineering, technology, business, creative industries, and more. With heartfelt gratitude, the graduates paid tribute to those who supported them throughout the journey.
As a graduate today, I'm very happy and proud of myself after years of studying, hard work and diligence. And I would like to thank my family, especially my parents, because they support me in all situations and give me a passion to continue and achieve more. And the graduation is not just the end, it's a beginning for new opportunities, new paths, and new dreams to pursue.
I'm so happy to reach in this day. I want to thank my parents, my teacher, also my family, and everyone who supports me. I'm so happy today.
As these graduates leave the halls of learning, they carry not only diplomas, but hope and determination, painting a vivid picture of their readiness to embrace a future filled with promise. They vowed to uphold the values instilled in them, pledging loyalty and service to their homeland. For the proud graduates, this evening marks a celebration and a commitment to carry the light of knowledge forward for Oman's bright future. Reporting from the Wilaya of Ibra, this is Saleh Bakhalfan al-Rahbi, North al-Sharqiyya, Governorate.
An introductory seminar was held in the Wilaya of Sib on the labor law and its implementing decisions. The seminar aims to create a real partnership between the Ministry of Labor and private sector establishments in order to advance the national workforce and provide them with the necessary skills and expertise. It included several working papers, including collective labor disputes in the Omani labor law, rights of Omani women working in the private sector and social protection system. The seminar was held under the auspices of His Excellency Khalid bin Salim Al Ghammari, Under Secretary of the Ministry of Labour for Labour Affairs. Sohar Port and the Free Zone signed an expansion agreement with Allied on-dock container services at the cost of $1.5 million. The first phase of the project includes a 3-hectare container yard with the aim of enhancing operational capacity and raising the level of logistical efficiency, which go in line with the rapid growth in demand for advanced container services in the region. You're watching the Sultan of Oman television. Before we enter tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. An official reception ceremony is held for His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq at the Royal Palace in Brussels on the occasion of His Majesty's state visit to the Kingdom of Belgium. His Majesty the Sultan and His Majesty the King of Belgium hold an official session of talks on areas of investment, economic cooperation, and ways to develop mutual interest between the two friendly countries. And the foundation stone of Al Falah Hospital is laid in South Al Sharqiya Governorate. And with that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here in the newsroom and myself, Suhail Al-Kindi, thanks for watching. Good night.